Well, how's it going, agents? Mad Marsh here. I'm just bringing you another build video. So the global event's finally done. I hope everyone got what they needed to get. I still haven't got all the gear sets. I'm trying to get a few pieces of Firecrest, but I managed to get my Alpha, my Hunter's Faith, and Tactician, and I'm just experimenting with bits and bobs. The first gear set I put together, you might be able to see that little icon flashing above my health bar there, was the Alpha bridge. So I wanted you to bring you the build, why I've set it up the way I have, and yeah, and you know, let's talk about it a little bit. So I've gone for a DPS Alpha build. The reason I've gone for the DPS version is because I feel that when you balance the stats out to get that 10 seconds on your ults, I just feel that you don't do enough damage to, you know, get those ults, because this gear set bases, you know, itself around on you getting kills. So you have to kill in order to stay alive, or kill more. So this is on my first character, my main character, so I haven't got house or anything, because I normally use my fourth character now. So I've chosen to run it with 2 lightweight M4s, which, you know, pretty good. But we're going to get into the gear. This is not fully optimized. I've just chucked this together. I've tested it. I really enjoy it. Unfortunately, I haven't got any gameplay, but I'll be uploading some gameplay over the weekend, because I'm going to use it from now on. But yeah, let's get into the build and then we'll discuss it afterwards. So, chest piece, I've got EDR, health and ammo capacity, and that's rolled into stamina. And then mod wise, I've got firearms with health. I think I've got firearms and health for all the mods. So my mask is rolled into firearms. I've got crit hit chance, burn resistance, and firearms and health. Make me as tanky as possible. Knee pads, pretty good armor roll. I've got rolled into firearms, health. I've rolled shock resistance, bleed resistance, and disorientation resistance on it, so not too bad there. And then the backpack, we've got health, burn resistance, and this is rolled into stamina. So I've got 2 pieces in stamina and the rest into firearms. And then my gloves, assault rifle, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, standard. Obviously, you know, this could be optimized and make them a lot better. And then we've got the holster there, which is crit hit chance, and rolled in. I've rolled stamina on it as well, which is, you know, it's a pretty good holster all around. And I'm running support station duration on 2 of my mods, on the knee pads and the thing, and then I'm working first aid self heals. Again, guys, I just sort of slapped this together because I'm testing bits and bobs, but this version for me was, you know, is the best that I've come up with so far. So weapon wise, I'm using 2 lightweight M4s. I've got deadly, competent, responsive, and fierce on my first M4. Fierce, I'm testing out. You know, I did have adept on there, but I rolled it away for fierce. So I wanted to test, you know, that 5% all the time, not just while using my skills. And I think vicious, you know, is very situational as well. So I've gone for damage talent. So my idea is deadly will work really well with fierce, and then I've got responsive up and close. And then when I do pop a skill, I've got that 10% damage. So I've always got damage coming through. And then my secondary weapon, because I've got the same talents, it's not unlocked, but this is just, you know, to pull out to finish off enemies. So if I'm getting really low health and I'm running low on ammo, I'll get that Unforgiven, which, you know, is a must, I think. And then I've got responsive for that up close battles, and then obviously fierce. So yeah, these aren't optimized either, guys. I don't think. I think that one's close to being. And that one pretty much is optimized. It's not 100% there yet, sort of damage wise. So mod wise on my weapons really quickly, so I'm running all crit hit damage and crit hit chance, apart from the scope. I like a little bit of stability on my primary weapon, and then secondary, it's pretty much exactly the same. Crit hit damage, rate of fire on the magazine, crit hit damage. And then I've got crit hit damage all out on this one, just from finishing off enemies nice and quickly. So yeah, that's pretty much there. The talent wise, I run with it. So I'm running booster shot, more damage and damage resistance, and I'm running the station, the immune station, for those pesky predator players. And then talent wise, I'm rocking on the move. I play in a group quite a lot. Critical save, combat medic, and strike back as well, just to keep myself alive a little bit longer. But you guys can pretty much pick whatever you like. You know, if you're playing solo, you might want to swap out combat medic for precision or something like that. It's up to you guys. That's just what I'm running with at the moment. So the 6-piece Alpha Bridge, really excited for it to come out. I remember the alpha meta in 1.6, 1.5. Not 100% sure where everyone had Alpha Bridge with the FAMAS it was back then on you know, as your secondary. So I was really looking forward to it coming back because it's always been quite a good damage gear set. It puts out a lot of burst damage. But if I'm completely honest, guys, I'm not. I think it needs tweaking. I think it needs, you know, a little bit of a, not a refresh, but it needs, you know, it needs something changing, and you know, and sort of balance. In my opinion, it doesn't work great in group play. If you know you can't get your ult and you can't get rezzed, or you can't get anyone else's ults because you get your mini ults. But let's go through it. So 100% health regen. Again, this only works when you're out of combat. So, you know, an NPC up in DZ9 could be aggroed when you're down in DZ1, so you're never really out of combat. So this doesn't really help you a lot. Weapon damage, all good, and that's all across every weapon as well. So the fourth step bonus talent is your primary and secondary weapons of the same category. They share the talent. All talents requirements are ignored for all weapon talents. So you can put competent, you can put all these high skill power talents on your weapon, and you won't need to hit the the electronics and stamina or the firearm requirements to unlock them. The 5-piece, again, I think the 10% weapon damage is quite strong, but this 25% health regen, you know, it really doesn't help at all. If I'm being honest with you, you're pretty much always on combat. You know, if you're fighting rogues, if you're fighting you're fighting players in skirmish matches, you're always going to be in combat. So it's not really going to help you whatsoever. Even when you're rogue, you're always going to have NPCs around you, players around you. It's not going to help you massively. And then the 6-piece. So basically, every time you get a kill, you get a personal ult. So you get a green, a blue, or attack link. Now, when you balance your stats out, so say I've got 5k stam, 5k firearms, and 5k of electronics, you will get that signature skill for 10 seconds. So, in hindsight, you could kill an NPC and you could get attack link. You could then kill another NPC within 2 seconds and get a green, and then you kill another NPC and get that blue. So you can you can constantly stack your ults, which is brilliant. Now, when they're not balanced, you lose time away from that 10 seconds, if that makes sense. So, for instance, where I've got mine set up with 7.5k firearms, 5k stam, and no electronics whatsoever, I have my ult for about 4 to 5 seconds. So it's pretty much slashed in half. So it's quite a difference. But for me, especially PvP sort of wise, I think that's enough time. Once your green's popped, brilliant. You have to go on to your next kill or whatever. If you're being focused fired by a group of 4, they're going to melt through your green that you get from Alpha Bridge. So I think in my playstyle that sort of works for me. So yeah, that's basically how that works. But like I was saying, you cannot be rezzed. You cannot have any of your teammates' signature skills when they activate them, and you can't be picked up as well. One of my good friends, KS Dread, was running it last night, and he was absolutely melting people. Don't get me wrong, but he went down, and you automatically hit L1 and R1, to try and bring him back up, and then you realise, oh damn it, he's got Alpha Bridge, and I don't know. it's a really fun gear set to play with. I think it's really fun. I think for PvE, it's so good. You feel like a god when you're solo because you can just sort of, you know, tank through levels and incursions and stuff. But PvP, which, you know, in my opinion, that's what's going to be left of the game. You know, now all the gear sets are out. You know, they haven't come out and said that they're going to, you know, be adding any more content. They're going to be doing tweaks and fixes. I get that, which is great. So, you know, PvP is going to be one of the biggest things left in the game. So, again, I'm still playing with it. I do enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's my first pick. I don't think it's as strong as, you know, Predator. I don't think it's as strong as Striker. I don't think it's as strong as Nomad. I think those three are going to still be kings of the DZ. But it's a really, really fun build to play with. And you do feel quite powerful using it as well, which is quite cool. But anyway, guys, you know, that's my alpha build. Again, thank you so much for all the support on my channel. I will bring you some gameplay of me using it, or I may use it on my stream on Sunday. Us and the lads, we stream most Sundays, and we're sort of on early afternoon-ish. But yeah, I'm going to be bringing you some other build videos as well. If there's any sort of builds that you'd like to see and how I run them, then just drop us a comment down below. And after that, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.